the first to know in Nsem-Pii TV.
For another, the Parliamentary Appointment Committee etnase say one evete the acting Chief Justice Paul Baffoe now about the next Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana. Now, to be frank, Enra vete no aseno. Ye who say tension do na just a course tensions course papa. Emma just say a babaye can exchange of words between the minority and the majority side. Emma Empokrano Edrubebi. Emma the minority leader Honorable Alexander Osahene Afenyo Markin. Ebufui Emma one Ayariga the majority leader and so enya anobaba bi metre exchange of words bi. Emma, to be frank, Edru point be the minority caucus. Ehwe ye hu say wonom ansori emfri vetting ase na wonom anhoro monsa emfri ho a. Wahwe a na akwakoye emre bi atwam emra no mo vetting ministers ekokoye kodani chaotic no. In fact eno na say wonom work out no every vetting no ase enrada na ene honorable lawyer Kwame Enyimadu Entry oye member of parliament for Asante Achem Central ene one Kwame Nkrumah tikese atwe nkomo ene ana wo chire mu say enrada de course so vetting no ase no John Dramani Mahama ene ma sa ade no course na obetimi aka ne say sa ensema na Mahama Ayariga anytime honorable Alexander Afenyo Mark minority leader ebe kasa bia na opese wo twa na no meeting bi ena chese course ena mpanso before vetting picture bi ababonten hu chief justice nominee mechire justice Paul Baffoe na oni Bernard Ehiafo no na chair vetting committee no esan ene majority leader honorable Mahama Ayariga na onom ete baabi enti it means say bibi eden ekoso ampa eno nti ena enu na mo defending chief justice nominee Paul Baffoe no. In fact ene wodi nchire mu bebre agu apono so yenye bre ni ntie ni sema okay
akwa mi de ntie anura yako we no anura mi nim so o so hu me de a ma se me bronya tade ya me kwa ko ye vetting ya din nyina ne se yeko ne akwa ko ye vetting but as Baffoe ni one of the nipa leo me into reading law.
Oh wow!
Na me wo garrison. That's no. Na me try the garrison.
I know. What is say emrebi? What dan? Who say pay free?
Festival. Na on say maybe na me tell barrack no. So far on mo circuit court dine na e den barrack no. Hon mona na just Baffoe city.
Oh wow.
Enti mi twamwa na adwuma na yemese na makodina hon mo hwe empum na adwuma na yemese na makodina hon mo hwe empuma mu na metie no azabre no kwa na me ne akokodura ye de kotna mu na nsia na me bona mane ena me se adwuma we de me ye bi ti me ko nyina na me nim se me ko ye law no na ma be ye judge ndi oyo bi a wa ye judge adwuma na ke ena asem na me kan Kwame 19 89 asem na me kan sa 87 88 and American. Why a judge adwuma na ke or what experience abre ni nyina kro na wa prisons ni ade akodro director ba and san oba so ko school them until a lot of experience but we make kan nyina ne say enra you pay free we no no and anything to do with Justice Baffoe but as someone here kan nyina ne say baby a ye dro na nse ke dro ho esan say your chief justice that wo na dia by no ye no enye na committee bia yeko committee bia meeting as a ranking member or ma preliminary comment so far na majority the chairman also a manager and no sana started na ensemo ye bebu sana ade no ye he arrowhead no ye minority leader no but kujire ni nyina gukrata so say obema ensem no obebo no tofa Ghana 40 and Sani Akoso The year can you say? Adiana bino a year, no kangaroo, ne buga near money adeno. No, quite babies I say a dear in a bina. A bino petition na a bino essay were receive and unti what the ye mammy nedino. Petitions then I hold on me and son. Baku pen a bar out. Now based on one no, thank a dear me and Sunday, and come mammy no cram ranaka se me no buy, you know. Nina no adrin kosinti adrin sifa. Want to me answering. Me no that's all why yen see what some betine. Now the report to say you know Eddie. That is irregular. Mamina kaza the assembly court assembly yenye. That is irregular. What Namoa call ECOWAS court yenye. That is irregular. And she say now wakofa as offensive justice and vetting on. We justice Baffoe Bonny free wa. Ubia ne baya ye beye de ye no. Said the abine ye no enye mukroya moye campaign. Mo se mo ba mo chief justice. Mo be electoral commissioner. Mo be a soldier for. Mo be a police for. Mo be prison for. Ampa mo ba so mo de osia yo a police for. The odikai or the odano masisano. Prisons the odano masisano. Fire service the odano masisano. Immigration the odano no crowd ye go fa kolabi and I don't know better nasro. When you know my I'm party justice amoye na mo se mo be you know kikri asem when yasem na mo gina ho mo akọ yi no kwame nde can say enye justice talk no asem but abai no subai na oyi na die no ombe ma country ni ya here ebeko into chaos na wo hese de honorable Ayariga no oye no hondra no asem bia Afenyo be maso bia no ena ruwe enyinyina nso the obekano enim na the chairman also atelt to the side. The ahwe ya be na no ntokwa na esi ho no bia obi ko wura table ase so mo se obi akoso obi bia interest also ni nyama no. We want to avoid that in parliament. Until then ready see any see no. Mon fante.
Nana mutimi ntina ho. Se bia kwatin bia na bibi ho bia mo betimi aka. Dan some sort of because most of still now they continue to vet.
Oh yes. They themselves Baffoe and no akra me here conference no press conference obi busa me say na we are vetting a better now and I'm say there are equally competent MPs me who say or they will ask him the necessary question. Even now mobusa ya o can say punishment or the man will be necessary for the money at the. I know I don't fault him.
Aba baby me dey na me fault ni say. Judge ya otiedwem so ohemra no. And then the punishments thereof. It is say me for personal reasons inti me enipa nti na me jeri ni saa. Na emu oya.
Kwame. Judgment na dey back one is seen no school ni say obi judge. The judge is made up of environment, hereditary and environment. Now sometimes we may predict judge be based upon the experience. Now as a judge, you know, say Marco announce so I make my example say we a judge. Now me funny say I'm Robert about so. Now omo to the extent to cross the cra or I'm Robert so to make us be a oba cra empower near the two dynamics. Now one who say me now we you know now I call court. Now enye nipa no a de no buy no near the another arm robber abegina wanim. Kwame one ka be dem. And no we can predict say the maximum sentence a woman or judge in the Bemasa and Pan. But what did they make an Indian Academy? And what theories of punishment? You want you know, retribution, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, Mosaic law. Say, oh yeah, ukum nipa is kum. And you know, all these no must take it into consideration. Now, on the one nipa. The Kwame, the thinking in it, and say, and some now you can, and yet justice, talk or no. And then justice Baffoe Bonny. Name more are buying on the cancer process now more and yet na wrong. And untino and say
say a bino dear other than justice Baffoe or suffer for more actions.
Na by na akɔfa no sɛ ɔde no ba as a permanent adeɛ na menora mekan sɛ baabi a yɛduro no nti ɛnuru hɔ because processes no yɛn parliament koraa yɛde motion a yɛde kɔɛ no yɛka sɛ look anka speaker ɛma yɛnhold you on na yɛma expedited action yi to nneɛma a ɛwɔ hɔ yi yɛnim sɛ deɛ yɛduro no maame no yɛyi no adi ɔntumi nsa ama bio deɛ aka biara yɛ declaratory relief I better say, look, Yanyadi, as a Senka, that's all. Nancy estimate Eddie will be Abano, Eddie, and the Yintimania a home say, name compensation and any amount. And then I say, yeah. But I dare buy no, and yet, I say, Emma Obia who say, and yet, and also no one per se, Emma no call hands at the moon and that thing, a baby hunter. And here running parliamentary processes are democracy. Aye can be mamin can be. Marenra may you so say and century bia ope asemo hu ana sabi said ya na kan twi mu no kowa ni bia sakwa nonim kowa
pa ai
kowa ni bia ope nsemo bia tie no ehu de ekoso no na enche from the ekoye no edan kro no mu na make say bribia e ba ye so kaya e ma kikiri ba ya no kro ho asem ye nkan wie. There must be decency in parliament. And you know, you see, you know, you bet no every year.
Now, Mammy Musa Adiwi, now or can be a year, see, you know, can be say, bet him say what to na or more veteran and I'm more veteran. Yeah, a injunction be from any court of the land. Say, she should not be vetted. I want not to say.
No, that is true. But Kwame, there are parliamentary processes. And a parliament near the banner. I didn't see a court, a brow, no crown, a dano, a chief justice, a obeying panel, or be our transfer. And we filed an application, our parliament. Me was the first signatory. Now, speaker, I admit application, motion, now, if I lay. You file motion, say, hold to the process, Now, you file, I think we filed it the week before. 1 week in each Friday, Thursday, Anajo, and Yenya, there 1 a.m., according to the minority leader. Emma, speaker, Emma information say, only me admit motion. Until last week, Friday, no crano. Markin Afenyo, Emma, Ekasa home during the, what do you call it? Proceedings in the morning, okay, and no one Friday, no, and I had so Parliament and Tuesday near city, but then run on can say, and to be called a normal friend is a meeting, a bureau, and in all honesty, Kwame, me could react and make it say, yeah, coveting, and me can say, in fact, me bring at the free film remedy. I the cut now. And I want me bring at there no.
Kumasi beka so wa wegum. And where now we no and then mo kwa setena mo be raising ho asem e wo parliament on the floor.
The report now ready there e ba ye bekan be parliamentarian.
And
Kwame menya so say anybody e bekan be there here Baffoe as Justice Baffoe as a person. He has a lot of experience. Nobody would doubt his competency. But abiding the end will become. It was a process, any choir or fast, so any Justice Sh0cking, any by force, Kwame. Seven pennies or Pasiano said the young pony enemy. And this other way I can move and central in ammonia interested.
To start with, we didn't walk out. We only stated our position that we are rejecting the nomination of Justice Paul Baffoe as the Chief Justice of the Republic of Ghana. May just help people understand that we, in Parliament work according to principles. And so they sent me to Parliament to ensure that I comply or work according to principles. One of the principles that the Malaysia South people have been made to understand by the current NDC administration, particularly the majority in Parliament, is that consistent with the standing orders of Parliament, when a matter is in court, you do not comment on it. That is the sub judice rule. In this instance, in the case of the Chief Justice, there are pending cases in court. The uniqueness of it is that this is a case where what is supposed to be decided by the court is whether or not the removal of Justice Sh0cking was lawful. Now, if the court so decides that the removal is not lawful, what would happen, or one of the things that may happen, will be to reinstate Justice Sh0cking. Now, if there is a successor to Justice Sh0cking, that is a substantive successor to Justice Sh0cking, what then happens is that there will be a fundamental question as to whether or not Justice Baffoe, having been so appointed, having gone through the appointment procedure under the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, should be removed. It has already been determined in the case of the Ghana Bar Association versus the Attorney General that once a judge is appointed, the only procedure to remove the judge is by way of Article 146 procedure. Article 146 procedure does not include an order of the court. Therefore, if the Supreme Court or any court of our land were to so hold that the removal of Justice Sh0cking was unlawful, it simply means that it will be impossible to remove Justice Baffoe,
okay,
unless you go through another Article 146 procedure.
Okay.
And we all know the grounds under which you can remove somebody, a judge, under Article 146 procedure.
Okay. I have questions I'm going to ask on that. But before then, when I said you walked out, you said you did not walk out. What did you do? If you did not walk out, I saw you walk out.
So you saw us walk out.
But you say you did not walk out. So what did you do?
What we did was to go in and state our position and block that on stated grounds, we reject the nomination of Justice Baffoe.
And then you walked out.
Yes, we need to understand that under the Constitution of Ghana, the appointment of a Supreme Court judge is subject to the approval of Parliament.
I get. So I just wanted to understand just the basic issue. Not to deal with the nitty gritty. I just wanted the specific act, the parliamentary act you undertook today, is a walkout. You said it was not a walkout. So what was it? What is it called in your parliamentary procedure if it wasn't a walkout?
We went in to state our position. The vetting is a procedure by which you ascertain the propriety or otherwise of the appointment of the nominee. We have already taken a position on the nominee. It makes the vetting process redundant. In any event, as you all saw it, the majority was not ready to accommodate the minority in the vetting process.
But you still haven't told me what you did in your your exit from the committee room.
What we did was to state our position summarily rather than go through the vetting process, because we already have taken a position.
Why do you have a difficulty saying that you walked out when in the English language and even both in the parliamentary procedure, what we saw you do was a physical walking out of the committee room?
Okay. At the end of the vetting process, the majority also walk out, wouldn't they? So we went in, completed our vetting, our part of the processes earlier than scheduled by stating our position, and then we left. It wasn't a walkout.
Okay.